to Mark Gibson Shumaris channel. Accountant with designations CPA, MBA, CMA, ACPA, ASA, Australia. Enjoy learning!
So good morning, class, and welcome to your advanced accounting and reporting class. So today we'll discuss about, the continuation of partnership. No? So today we'll discuss about partnership operations. No? So previously, we defined partnership as an organization composed by two or more individuals who bind themselves together to and contribute money, property, and or services, no, into a common fund with intention to divide the profits among themselves. Now, in partnership operations, there are, say, two issues that we have to address. No, so number one, in computing for the net income, in computing for the net income naman, it's really the same with the sole proprietorship. No, so there's the revenue less expenses. Of course, you have the net income. Now, ano lang ba yung naging difference, no? When it comes to partnership, of course, if you have that year end, you have to close your income, no? Income and expenses summary account. Instead of just one capital, all you have to do is list down all the capital accounts depending on the number of partners you have in the partnership. No, so say in this example we have two partners. No, so partners A and B. Then basically all we have to do is close the income and expense summary account to uh, different or various capital accounts. No? Like I said, depending on the number of partners you have in a partnership. Now, in capital transactions naman, you have beginning capital, add investments, less withdrawals, and then plus minus profit or losses. No? Then you can now derive your ending capital. But in terms of drawings, we have to identify whether it's permanent. Permanent, it's a reduction of investment, or temporary. So sabi natin, pag temporary, it's just a drawing in anticipation of profit. No? So say for example, you're anticipating to have a certain X number of profit towards the end of year, and then basically you're withdrawing, no, so monthly from the partnership, no, in anticipation of that X amount of profit that you are forecasting to receive at year end. No? So that's the difference between permanent and temporary. And when we say permanent withdrawal, it's basically reducing the amount of investment that you have in the partnership. No? So take note of this formula, class. This is very useful, no, in terms of calculating various problems in partnership operations. But don't worry, no? So I've prepared a number of discussion problems to demonstrate to you this formula on capital transactions. Okay, so in partnership operations, there's also, di ba, by definition, kanina sabi natin, there's the intention to divide profits among themselves. No, so in terms of allocating the net income, or in terms of dividing the profits, we have to distinguish first what type of partners do we have in the partnership. Kasi the partnership law provides for there are provisions in the partnership law that's attributable to capitalist partner and industrial partner. Ano ba muna yung capitalist partner? So when we say capitalist partner, ito yung partner who invested money or property in the partnership, while an industrial partner naman, ito yung ang contribution is service. So sabi, if it's a capitalist partner, take note of this. If there is profit, of course, we need to follow the profit sharing agreement. And if there is no profit sharing agreement, then we refer back to the original capital ratio. And what if there is a loss? we follow, no, ito yung hierarchy. So number one, loss sharing agreement. If there's a profit sharing agreement, there's also a loss sharing agreement, because remember, in partnership it is consensual, no, it is based on the agreement of those people forming the partnership. So if they, for example, upon creation of the partnership, no, they have also talked about the loss sharing agreement, then we follow the loss sharing agreement. In any case that the loss sharing agreement isn't available, then we use profit sharing agreement. And again, if these two, either uh, loss sharing agreement or profit sharing agreement isn't available, then we refer back to the original capital ratio. But what if we're talking of industrial partners naman? If there's a profit, of course, we use profit sharing agreement. If it is a loss, then the industrial partner is exempt from those, ano, from those losses. Why? Kasi nga industrial partner to, no? So imagine the amount of service he delivers to the partnership, and yet ang gusto mo pa rin ba towards the end of the year, no, mag-share pa rin ba siya sa loss, no? Again, based on the civil code, an industrial partner is exempt, no, from participating or from uh, the allocation of the net loss. Now, there are common provisions. No, common provisions are also part of the agreement. No, in the creation of partnership. Salary allowances. So basically, salary allowances are given, no, to those partners who put lot of effort and their time, no, in the service, no, for the partnership, no. Basically, these common provisions are given to the partners in uh, parang in the essence of fairness, no, kasi nga naman, if you have 5 partners, 3 partners are putting so much effort, no, in the service of the partnership, of course you have to compensate them, no, so those 3. So that's the salary allowances. Paano naman tong interest? Interest, basically interest on either based on the beginning balances, beginning capital balances, ending balances, or average capital balances, no. Para lang siguro hindi ka nagme-memorize, at least malaman mo lang din yung logic, no, uh, in paying interest on capital investment. Basically, again, in the spirit of fairness pa rin, what if you have 5 partners? The 2 partners, they gave out a huge sum of money to the partnership, and the other 3 just gave services. No? So again, to compensate these 2 for the huge money that they put in the partnership, we're paying them interest, no. So yun yung very logical reason, no, why we're paying salary allowances and at the same time interest. Now, in terms of bonus, bonuses are given to partners whose contribution led to exceptional profit, no. So it's based on the percentage of net income. Okay, so we're done with the we're done with the theoretical part. Let's apply all those concepts, no, in these different discussion problems. So let's have discussion problem 1. Let me read the problem. No, it's a lengthy problem. In fact, the requirements are in the next slide. No, so let me read the problem first. On January 1, 2021, Carlyle and Severus formed a partnership. Carlyle contributed cash of 100,000 and a used car with which the partners agreed to be valued at 100,000, although it was originally bought for 150,000 pesos. While Severus contributed 40,000 cash and a machinery valued at 300,000 pesos. The note payable of 100,000 related to the machinery is to be assumed by the partnership. The partners agreed to divide shares in the profits and losses in the following manner. So bullet number 1, quarterly salary allowances of 10,000 pesos and 15,000 pesos respectively to Carlisle and Severus. Interest on average capital balances during the year of 10%. Bonus of 10% of net income after salaries and interest to Carlisle. Remainders to be divided in the ratio of 3:2 to Carlisle and Severus respectively. In addition, the partnership agreement provides that the partners are allowed to withdraw 3,000 pesos per month as their anticipated share in the profits for the year. Ito muna class, no? So in this particular sentence, there's a mention about the anticipated share in the profits for the year. So meaning these are temporary withdrawal. During 2021, Carlisle made additional investment of 80,000 on July 1, while Severus made additional investment on October 1, amounting to 100,000. Carlisle also made a permanent withdrawal of its capital in the amount of 24,000 on June 1, while Severus made permanent withdrawal of 30,000 pesos on May 1. Both partners withdrew the full amount of their anticipated share in the profits for the year. Total net income for the year ended December 31, 2021 is 300,000. Now, what are the requirements? So requirement number 1, what is the share of Carlisle in the net income of the partnership in 2021? And number 2, what is the capital balance of Severus on December 31, 2021? So let's have problem number 1. Okay. Sige. Medyo mahaba yung problem pero pagtsagaan natin class ha, isa-isa naman natin ha. So of course, ito naman yung palagi na natin pag-uusapan in terms of partnership operations. So of course, we have salary, interest, and bonus, and the remainder. No? Again, these are purely based on the agreement of the partners. Sino nga yung mga partners natin? We have Carlisle and Severus. Magkano yung net income? Net income is 300,000 pesos. So sige, dun muna tayo. Okay. So salary. First bullet, quarterly salary allowances, how much? 10,000 and 15,000 respectively to Carlisle and Severus. But take note class, ang sabi dyan, quarterly. How many quarters in a year? We have 4. So 4 multiplied by 10,000, that's for Carlisle, so 40,000. And then for Severus, that's 15,000 multiplied by 4, so that's 60,000. So total of 100,000. Next, interest on average capital. So again, I have completed this, pero let's focus how much would be the average capital balances first. Unahin natin si Carlisle. So si Carlisle, magkano ba yung initial investment niya? So basahin natin si Carlisle. No? So Carlisle contributed cash of 100,000 and a used car, which the partners agreed to be valued at 100,000. So again, no, so go back to the recordings on partnership creation, no. If you happen to forget about the valuation na, no. So as we have learned previously, the valuation would be the agreed value, no. So in the absence of the agreed value, we go to the fair market value or the appraised value. So in that case, we have 100,000 pesos cash plus the agreed value for the car, which is 100,000. So that's 200,000 pesos multiplied by 12 over 12, no? Kasi the initial investment took place on January 1, 2021. So that's 200,000 pesos. Sige, basahin ko pa. In July 1, Carlisle made additional investment of 80,000 on July 1. So that's 80,000 kailan? July 1. So that's 6 over 12, no? So from July to December 31, we have 6 months. So July, August, September, October, November, December, no? So 6 over 12. So 80,000 multiplied by 6 over 12. So that's 40,000 pesos. And then there's also withdrawal, no? So sabi dyan, permanent withdrawal of its capital in the amount of 24,000 on June 1. So 24,000, pero tatandaan mo, this is negative na kasi this is withdrawal. So withdrawal on June 1. So June to December 31, 2021, that would be for 7 months. No? 7 over 12. 24,000 multiplied by 7 over 12. So that would be 14,000. No? So we have now calculated the weighted average for Carlyle amounting to, oops, 226,000. So 226,000, ano ba yung sinabing interest? Interest on average capital during the year of 10%. So 226,000 multiplied by 10%. So that would be 22,600. Pag-usapan ngayon natin si Severus, no? So same approach, no? Severus. So kay Severus naman, basahin natin kay Severus. Severus contributed 40,000 cash and a machinery valued at 300,000. But again, there's a mortgage, no? Or payable, note payable of 100,000 related to the machinery that is also agreed to be assumed by the partnership. So therefore, that's 40,000 cash plus machinery of 300,000 less liability or notes payable of 100,000 or 240,000. 240,000 multiplied by 12 over 12, so that would be 240,000. There's also additional investment. No? Severus made additional investment on October 1 amounting to 100,000. So October 1, 100,000 from October to December 2021. So that's 3 months. 3 over 12. 100,000 multiplied by 3 over 12, that would be 25,000 pesos. Also, Severus, no? So made withdrawal, permanent withdrawal amounting to 30,000. Kailan? May 1. So from May 1 to December 31, 2021, that would be 8 months. So tandaan, no? Since this is withdrawal, dapat naka-negative siya. So minus 30,000, negative 30,000 multiplied by 8 over 12, that would be 20,000. No? So at this stage, meron tayong weighted average capital balance of 245,000. So again, balikan natin yung table sa itaas. Again, the interest on average capital is 10%. No? So that's 245,000 pesos multiplied by 10%. So that's 24,500. So total of 47,100. Pag-usapan ngayon natin yung bonus. Bonus of 10% of net income after salaries and interest to Carlyle. Sino daw yung entitled to net income? To bonus of 10%, si Carlyle lang. No? So pag-usapan muna natin yan. So how much is the net income nga pala? Net income natin, sabi natin, is 300,000. O class ha, this salary, interest, and bonuses are not included in the calculation of the net income. Kasi pansinin natin yung discussion natin kanina. Revenue less expenses is equivalent to the net income. Pero pag tandaan nyo, those salary and interest and bonuses that are part of the provisions, common provisions, aren't included in the expenses, no, of the partnership. No? And that's why, in order for us to get the amount to be the basis of the bonus, no, kailangan natin muna i-calculate magkano ba yung basis. No? So we have net income of 300,000, given naman yan class. Salary allocation, ayun, 100,000. less the interest of 47,100. So therefore, the net income, sabi dyan, after salaries and interest is 152,900. So 152,900, magkano ba yung bonus? 10%. So 152,900 multiplied by 10%, that's equivalent to 15,290. To class, ang tatandaan lang in terms of bonus, ang bonus ay binibigay lang if and when the basis is still positive. Kasi for example, no, what if ang net ito lang for sake of discussion lang, what if the balance of the net income is only 200,000? Gawin natin 150,000. Kung 150, hindi, pasok pa rin eh. So gawin natin 120,000. Ayan. Kung 120,000 ang net income natin, meron tayong salary ng 100,000, meron tayong interest na 47,000. Pansinin mo, meron tayong minus 27,100. In this case, this bonus, hindi na natin i-calculate yan. Anyway, we have a separate problem, no, to discuss that. No? Sige, tuloy lang natin to. So that's 15,290. Again, no? Lagi lang susundan. Sino ba yung entitled to bonus? Si Carlisle lang. So therefore, 0 for Severus. And then finally, sabi daw, the remainder is to be provided in the ratio of 3:2. Magkano lang ba yung natira? So again, meron tayong 300,000 na net income, less the salary allocation, less the interest allocation, and less the bonus. So meron tayong remainder of 137,610. Sabi dyan, 3/5 will go to Carlisle, and then 2/5 will go to Severus. O class, paano ko nakuha yung 3/5 at saka 2/5? Sabi kasi 3:2. So 3 plus 2, of course, is 5. No? So that's 137,610 multiplied by 3/5 or 82,566, no, for Carlisle. And then for Severus, that's 55,044 for a total of 137,610. Now, kunin lang natin yung total. Pansin mo, the amount allocated is 300,000, which is exactly the same, no? So to the amount of the net income. So yan lang yan, class. Baguhin ko para at least yan yung pinaka-checking natin na tama yung ginawa natin. Okay, so with that, ready na tayong sagutin yung requirement number 1. What is share of Carlisle in the net income of the partnership in 2021? The answer is letter C. That's 160,456. Ngayon, in number 2, the question is, what is the capital balance of Severus on December 31, 2021? So again, following the formula that we've discussed earlier, no, in calculating the capital balances, we have beginning balance. Tandaan, ang tinatanong lang is si Severus. We have beginning balance of 240,000, investment of 100,000, permanent withdrawal of 30,000. There's also temporary withdrawal. It's mentioned here, no? Saan yan? Ayun. In addition, partnership agreement provides that the partners are allowed to withdraw 3,000 pesos per month. No? So that's 3,000 multiplied by 12 or 36,000 pesos. No? And then of course, the profit share. No? So magkano ba yung profit share ni Severus? That's 139,544. No? So let's just get the sum. The answer to question number 2 is 413,544 or letter A. Okay, so that's problem number 1. Let's go to problem number 2. Again, let me read the problem. Vincenzo and Casano are partners engaged in the manufacturing business. Transactions affecting partners' capital accounts, excluding their share in the profit in 2021, are as follows. So given are the T account, no, for Vicencio Capital and Casano Capital. The income summary has a credit balance of 45,000. So go back to your basic accounting class. Um, if the income summary account has a credit balance, do we have a net income or net loss? The answer is, if it's a credit balance, we have a net income. No? The profit and loss sharing agreement of the partners provide the following. So we have interest on beginning capital at 8%. O ito, madali kasi given also our beginning capital na. No? So we have 50,000 credit for Vincencio and 70,000 for Casano. Semi-annual salaries of 12,500 and 17,500 for Vincencio and Casano respectively. Pero tandaan, this is semi-annual. No? So to get the annual salary, we have just to multiply it by 2. Bonus to Casano of 25% of net income after deducting interest and salaries, but before deducting bonuses. And then balance is to be divided equally. Now, what are the requirements? So we have 4. Number 1, what is Casano's share in the net income in 2021? Number 2, what is the net increase in Vicencio capital account in 2021? Assuming that his share in the profits, if any, is close directly to the capital account. Pansinin, the question is net increase. No? So later on, we'll talk more about that. And number 3, assuming that the partnership incurred a net loss of 45,000 during 2021, what is Vincencio's share in the net loss? No? So number 3 basically is, instead of a net income of 45,000, the problem tells us to use net loss of 45,000. No? So at least we have a different flavor now. We have net income at the same time net loss. No? And finally, number 4, assuming that the partners agreed the provisions in the profit and loss agreement will be allowed only up to the extent of the earnings, and that the provisions are given priority in the order that they appear in the agreement. What is Vincencio's share in the 2021 net income? So very complex, parang ang hirap intindihin, but later on, iisa-isa natin yan. No? So let's have problem number 2. Okay. So problem number 2, sino may yung partners natin? We have Vincencio and Casano. So palagi ko sinasabi, i-ready na natin agad yung gantong template. No? So si Vincencio, magkano ba yung salary? Actually, this is not salary. This is interest. And this is the salary. Okay. So interest, sabi kasi natin, beginning balance, beginning capital at 8%. No? So magkano ba yung beginning balance ni Vincencio? 50,000 multiplied by 8%. So that's 4,000 pesos. Kay Casano naman, that's 70,000 multiplied by 8%, or that's 5,600. So total is 9,600 pesos. Now, next, salary. Semi-annual salaries of 12,500 and 17,500 for Vincencio and Casano respectively. So that's 12,500 multiplied by 2 kasi nga semi-annual. Kay Vincencio, or 25,000 pesos. Kay Casano naman, 17,500 multiplied by 2, or 35,000. For a total of 60,000. O, pansinin natin class, no? In this case, meron na tayo agad na spend na 69,600. Pero magkano ba yung net income na ina-allocate natin? We only have 45,000. So again, the general rule is, if that's the case, we are no longer paying the bonus. Why? Because it will we have a negative basis na, no? Kasi tingnan mo ha, 69,600 ka lang, 69,600 yung total ng interest and salary mo, and yet the income summary or the net income is only 45,000 pesos, no? So yun lang ipakakatandaan, class. Kaya very important, no? Nakunin muna natin yung total ng interest and salary and then compare it to the net income. If it's negative, then we're no longer paying the bonus. No? If it's positive, then by all means we can pay the bonus. Tapos ngayon, the balances daw is to be divided equally. So remainders equally. O sige. tuloy na natin ngayon, no? So, if we have 45,000 and we have already paid interest amounting to 9,600 and salary of 60,000, so meron tayo ngayong 24,600 minus, no? To be divided equally. So that's 12,300. So paano ko nakuha yung 24,600? So simply, meron ako 45,000 na net income less ko yung 9,600, less ko yung 60,000, no? So kunin ko yung total niyan. So that's 24,600 minus, no? So again, the remainder is to be divided equally. 24,600 divided by 2. So that's 12,300 kay Vincencio and 12,300 kay Quezano. For a total of 24,600. Pansinin mo that the total, no, remains 45,000 and it's equivalent to the net income of 45,000. With that, we can now answer question number 1. Ang question is, what is Casano's share in the net income? The answer is letter B, or 28,300 pesos. All right. Now, number 2, what is the net increase in Vincencio capital in 2021, assuming that his share in the profits, if any, is close directly to the capital account. No? So, isa-isay natin, class. Beginning balance, we have 50,000. Again, this is given. We have investment of 30,000. We have withdrawal of 25,000. Another withdrawal in September of 45,000. And then another investment of 70,000, no? In October. And then, of course, the profit share. Magkano daw yung profit share ni Vincencio? Ayun, na-compute natin earlier. That's amounting to 16,700. So let's get the sum. We can now compute the ending capital of 96,700. And then, of course, the question is net increase. If it's a net increase, we have to compare it to our beginning balance. No? So beginning capital balance of Vincencio is amounting to 50,000. No? So 96,700 na ending minus the beginning capital of 50,000. So the net increase would be 46,700, or letter C. Letter D. Okay. Okay. So I hope nakakasunod ba? Let's go to requirement number 3. So this time, class, assuming that the partnership incurred a net loss of 45,000. No? So ito, class, ha, salary and interest are still to be paid, no? Even if the partnership incurred losses, no? So that's the rule. So in that case, compute pa rin natin yung salary and interest ni Vincencio and Casano, and it will remain the same, no? So based on the agreement, no? So interest based on 8% of the beginning capital, wala tayong binago dyan. And then interest, ganun pa rin. I mean salary, ganun pa rin, no? Ito pala ako. So salary, ganun pa rin. Then of course, no, since this is net loss, automatic na agad na wala tayong payment na gagawin for the bonus. The remainder will still be paid equally, no? So paano 'yon? So meron tayong ngayon 45,000 loss. Yet we're also paying salary, and then we're paying interest. Kamali na naman ako diyan, no? So the first line would be the interest. So get the sum. So we have 114,600. This will be divided equally. So that's 57,300 for Vincencio and 57,300 for Casano. So pansinin mo, the total, no, stays at 45,000. Yun yung number 3. Sabi dyan, net loss of 45,000. So therefore, the answer to question number 3, what is Vincencio's share in the net loss, would be 28,300. No? So it's composed of interest of 4,000, salary of 25,000, and the share of minus 57,300. No? So letter B. Okay, so pag-usapan ngayon natin tong number 4. Assuming that the partners agreed that the provisions in the profit loss and loss agreement will be only allowed up to the extent of the earnings, and that the provisions are given priority in the order that they appear in the agreement. No? So pag-usapan natin to, class, ha? Baba ko lang to para at least kita pa rin natin yung given. Medyo tricky kung papansinin, pero kaya naman. So una, magkano ba yung on the original problem, magkano ba yung net income natin? 45,000. Ang sabi dito, the agreement will be allowed up to the extent of the earnings only. Question number 1. Siyempre, 'di ba, sabi pa dito, ang priority will be in order, no? So kung paano daw nilist dito, ganun yung order of priority. So meaning interest, bullet number 1 would be priority 1, and then priority 2 would be the salary, and so on and so forth. No? So 45,000 yung net income. Question, yun bang interest can be covered by the net income? So the answer is yes. No? So that's 9,600. Pero magkano ba yung salary? Yung salary kasi, so kung minus ko to dito, ang remainder na lang is 35,400. Pero magkano ba yung salary that we're supposed to pay to Vincencio and Calzano in total? So the answer is 60,000 pesos. No? So question, is 35,400 enough to pay the 69,600? So the answer is of course no. No. In that case, we have to allocate the remainder based on what? The original salary ratio. So ito ha, take note of this class ha, huwag magpapalito. Since we're going to allocate this, allocate the balance, what we're going to use is the original salary ratio. So paano yun? Magkano ba yung salary ratio? So that's 25,000 kay Vincencio and then 35,000 kay Casano. So oops. So for a total of 60,000. No? So kung gagawa ko ng ratio dito, so I can do 25/60 kay Vincencio and then 35/60 kay Casano. So therefore, 35,400 multiplied by 25/60. So that's 14,750 for Vincencio. And then kay Casano naman, so that's 35,400 multiplied by 35/60. No? Or 20,650 for Casano. So for a total of 35,400, so ang na-compute natin in total would be 45,000 pesos, which is in line dun sa net income natin. No? So medyo tricky, pero ganun lang naman siya kasimple, no, class? So to answer question number 4, magkano daw yung share ni Vincencio in 2021 net income? So the answer is letter B, 18,750. So ganun, no? Okay. So that's problem number 2. O sige, pag-usapan ngayon natin yung problem number 3. On January 1, 2021, Anna, Bella, and Cara formed ABC partnership with original capital contribution of 300,000, 500,000, 200,000 respectively. Anna is appointed as managing partner. During 2021, Anna, Bella, and Cara made additional investments of 500, 200, and 300,000 respectively. At the end of 2021, Anna, Bella, and Cara made drawings of 200,000, 100,000, and 400,000 respectively. At the end of 2021, the capital balance of Cara is reported at 320,000. So ito, parang dito pa lang, no? Binigay lahat ng transactions affecting capital balances, and yet for Cara, binigay ngayon yung ending capital balance niya. So remember, no, going back to our discussion on how to calculate capital balances, sabi natin we have beginning balance. add additional investments, less withdrawals, add or less profit share would be the ending capital balance. So therefore, this 320,000 includes already the profit share for Cara for 2021. Okay. So the profit or loss agreement of the partners is provided below. 10% interest on original capital contribution, semi-annual salary of 80 and 20 for Ana and Bella, a bonus to Ana equivalent to 20% of net income after interest and salary, and then the remainder to be divided equally among the partners. So what are the requirements? Number one, what is Cara's share in the partnership profit for the year ended December 31? What is the partnership profit for year ended December 31? What is the bonus given to Ana as managing partner? And what is capital of Bella on December 31, 2021? So that's a problem number 3. Okay. So of course, unahin na natin to. Kasi ito na yung pinag-usapan sa first part ng problem. So sabi natin si Ana, pwede bang, sige na, para hindi ka malito, lagay ko na Ana, Bella, and Cara. So unahin natin yung capital transactions. So we have beginning balance. Ito naman given lahat yan. So 300, 500, 200. Investment, so additional, so that's 500, 200, and 300. Withdrawal, also given, so minus 200, minus 100, and minus 400,000. Ito ngayon, profit share. So si Cara, di ba, at the end of 2021, the capital balance of Cara is reported at 320,000. So given to class. So therefore, kung given to, at ito lang yung missing na element to calculate the ending capital balance, then we can work back. So paano yun? So 200,000, 300 minus the withdrawal, given is the ending capital. So mag-work back nga tayo. So that's 3. Kung akong gagawa niyan, ganito lang ang pinaka-approach. 320,000 plus 400,000 minus 300,000 minus 200,000 or 220,000. So that's requirement number 1. Cara's share in the partnership profit for the year ended December 31, 2021 amounts to 220,000 or letter A. So parang basics lang siya, class? Ngayon, of course, we have to calculate for the rest. So ang number 2 question, magkano daw yung profit? So basically, we're being asked to calculate the partnership profit. Si Cara. Sige, parang kay Cara tayo mas mabilis kasi given na yung total allocation ni Cara, di ba? 220,000. Of course, i-calculate natin yung profit and loss agreement. So interest, sabi dyan, based on the original capital contribution. Ilang percent? 10%. So that's 300,000 multiplied by 10% for Ana, that's 30,000 pesos. 50,000 naman kay Bella, and then 20,000 kay Cara. Ngayon, salary. Semi-annual salary for Ana and Bella lang. So 80,000 multiplied by 2, 160,000 for Ana, and then 20,000 multiplied by 2, 40,000 pesos for Bella. Again, plus be careful, ang sabi dyan, semi-annual. And then bonus to Ana. Ito, later siguro pag-usapan natin to. Pero apart from the bonus, wala naman na tayong iba pang kailangan i-calculate. So the remainder, sabi dyan, is to be divided equally. So ito ngayon pag-analyze nito class. If Cara gets 220,000, sabi dyan, remainder is to be divided equally. So kung 220,000 pesos yung nakuha ni Cara, based dun sa calculation natin, And then of the 220,000 pesos, 20,000 dyan is from salary. So therefore, meron siyang remaining balance na nakuha na 200,000. Sabi ng problem, di ba? Remainder is to be divided equally. So therefore, kung 200,000 yung nakuha ni Kara, automatic 200,000 din yung makukuha ng ibang partners. Kasi nga, di ba? Remainder is to be divided equally. So, in that case, na-compute na natin agad yung remaining balance. No? So, ang tinatanong kasi sa atin dito is magkano ngayon yung net income? Unahin muna natin to, di ba? Yung remaining balance dyan na 600,000, parang kung i-analyze natin even yung first two problems, no? Etong 600,000 dito, this is similar to the net income after salary, interest, and bonus, no? So this is equal. Kung 600,000 to, then we have now the way, no, to compute for the net income after salary and interest, no? So ang bonus percentage natin sabi is 20%. If this is 20%, if this is 20%, then itong pinaka source natin would be 100%, no? And then of course, this 600,000 represent what? 80%, no? So meron tayong ngayong way to compute for this, no? This is 600,000 over 80% para makuha natin yung 100,000. Revisit your algebra, no? Yung relationship ng mga numbers, no? So 600,000 divided by 80%, so that's 750,000. 750,000 multiplied by 20%. 20% represents the bonus to Ana, no? So that's 150,000. Ngayon, meron na tayong way to calculate the bonus, no? So that's 150,000. So kung meron na tayong 750,000 dito, syempre na-compute na natin yung salary, na-compute na natin yung interest, then we can work back, no, to compute for the net income. So that would be 750,000 plus 200,000 plus 100,000 or equivalent to 1,050,000. So pansinin, this is the total allocation, 1,050,000. So it just prove, no, na tama yung naging approach natin to calculate, no? So that's para lang may checking ka, same sila, no? Okay, so we're now ready to compute for number 2. The answer is 1,050,000 or letter C. And then number 3, bonus given to Ana, so that's 150,000 or letter A. And then finally, number 4, what is the capital balance, no? Tinatanong sa atin, capital balance of Bella. So si Bella pala ang tinatanong on December 31, 2021. So meron tayong beginning balance, 500,000, investment of 200,000, withdrawal of 100,000, and then yung profit share ni Bella amounting to 290,000. So the answer is 890,000, or that's letter B. Okay. So that's problem number 3. So kung napansin nyo, no? Problems 1 and 2, very straightforward. But in problem number 3, ayun na. There's the element of, parang number 3 is really testing na, no? The whole concept of partnership operations. Actually, that ends our discussion on partnership operations. So on the next session, we'll cover partnership dissolution and partnership liquidation. No? So that will complete, no, the whole discussion on partnership accounting. So thank you again for attending my class. If you have any questions, please feel free to send me an email or send me a chat, no, on Viber or on my messenger account. So thank you again and stay safe.
This has been your instructor, Mark Gibson. Thank you for learning with us. See you in our next discussion. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See ya!